Have you ever wondered what it truly means to live forever? At first, it sounds like the ultimate gift. No disease, no aging, no death, an endless horizon stretching beyond imagination. But here's the question: is immortality really a blessing, or the cruelest curse ever conceived? The ancients asked this question long before we did. From the sun-baked temples of Mesopotamia to the marble halls of Greece, myths and legends warned that eternity carried a weight no mortal, or even God, was prepared to bear. Tonight we dive deep into one of humanity's oldest obsessions: immortality. Not the glittering Hollywood version, but the dark, twisted, and tragic stories that mythology buried beneath layers of fear and awe.
Our journey begins in Mesopotamia, often called the cradle of civilization. The people who lived between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers looked up at the stars and asked, "Why must we die? Why do humans age while the gods endure?" In the Epic of Gilgamesh, the world's oldest recorded story, a mighty king embarks on a desperate quest to escape death. Gilgamesh, part divine and part human, had everything: power, wealth, glory. But when his closest companion, Enkidu, died, he was shattered. His arrogance crumbled, and the only thing that remained was fear. Fear of the same fate, fear of becoming dust. So he journeyed through deserts, mountains, and oceans to find Utnapishtim, the man who survived the Great Flood and was granted immortality by the gods. Imagine Gilgamesh's face when he discovered the truth. Utnapishtim was not blessed. He was condemned. He had outlived everyone he loved. His immortality was not golden. It was loneliness without end. Now ask yourself, would you take the deal to never die, but to watch every friend, every lover, every child fade away while you remain? The Greeks, centuries later, told similar tales. Their gods were immortal, yes, but they were not free from suffering. And that's the twist most people miss. Even gods envied mortals. Why? Because mortals had something they never could: an ending. To live forever is to strip life of urgency. Imagine knowing that tomorrow and the next day and the next 1,000 years will always come. Does joy still feel joyful? Or does eternity turn even the sweetest wine into bitter water? One of the most chilling Greek myths is that of Tithonus, a Trojan prince loved by Eos, the goddess of dawn. She begged Zeus to grant him immortality, and Zeus, amused, said yes. But Eos forgot one detail: she didn't ask for eternal youth. So Tithonus lived on, his body withering, his voice cracking, his flesh shrinking until he became nothing more than a husk of a man, trapped in endless decay. Some versions say he begged for death every day. Others say the gods pitied him and transformed him into a cicada, forced to sing forever under the sun. Do you feel the horror of that? Eternal life without eternal youth. It's not paradise, it's hell disguised as a gift. But immortality wasn't just about personal suffering, it was about cosmic balance. In Mesopotamian belief, humans were not meant to live forever. Death wasn't a punishment, it was part of the design. The gods feared what mortals could become if they shared the gift of eternity. Imagine billions of humans never dying, consuming resources, fighting endlessly. Would Earth survive? The ancients thought not, and so immortality was jealously guarded, reserved only for a cursed few. When Gilgamesh finally found the plant that could grant youth again, he clutched it like treasure. But before he could taste it, a serpent slithered from the shadows and devoured it. In one bite, the dream of immortality was gone, and Gilgamesh, broken, realized the truth. Mortality is what gives life meaning. But wait, what if the snake didn't steal the plant? What if immortality had spread to mankind? Would we have achieved utopia, or drowned in endless wars, greed, and suffering?
We've only scratched the surface. Gilgamesh, Tithonus, the cursed immortals of Mesopotamia and Greece. But this is just the beginning of the labyrinth. In the next part, we'll dive deeper. gods who envied death, mortals who tricked fate, and the terrifying idea that maybe, just maybe, immortality already exists, hiding in myths that were never meant to be forgotten. A question for you. If you had the elixir of immortality, would you want to live forever?